Are these people really seeing dead loved ones? In this video, I'm going to show you real life videos that have been given to me of people seeing dead relatives. This is called visioning. Visioning is a phenomenon that happens during the death and dying process that as a hospice nurse, I see all the time. And honestly, it even surprised me. I was an ICU nurse for many years before I was a hospice nurse. And when I became a hospice nurse and I saw that we would educate families about this thing called visioning, even I was surprised and kind of skeptical about, really, does this really happen? But it does. Now, we don't know why it happens or what is causing it, but visioning is a part of end of life. So what exactly is it? What does it look like? Visioning usually happens a few weeks before death. So it's not on someone's deathbed. Most people think, oh, it's like the movies, right? Someone is giving a big long monologue and they're saying something and seeing someone and then they close their eyes and then they die. That is not how it happens. It usually happens a few weeks before someone dies. They are usually alert and oriented. They are not usually on a bunch of medications, and they are seeing people that they have loved that have already died very clearly, and those people are usually giving them messages. So let's get to the first video and then we'll talk about it. Now the second video is a little more, I don't know what to say, but maybe a little more paranormal because you hear another voice in the video, but we'll get to that later and we'll talk about it. So this first video is not a patient of mine. This is from a follower who said she caught this on camera and wanted to send it to me because it was so surprising. It is her mother who is clearly and loudly talking to many different people in the room. She said, I was sitting on the couch watching TV when I heard my mom in her bedroom really loudly talking to a bunch of people. She said she was confused because no one was over and it was late at night. So when she went to her room, she started recording and this is what she found. So here's the video.
Or anything. Here at last, I'm getting to see quite a few of you, and I love everyone.
So there you have it. That is a perfect example of what visioning can look like. She is clearly having a good time. She is talking to people who aren't there, and it's clearly comforting her. And that is all it is. We don't have to, at least as healthcare professionals, we don't have to question it. I don't know why it happens. I don't know why it happens. I just know it does. And I know it comforts people. So whether it is something that's out of this world or something in the brain, to me, I don't care. I don't care either way. All I know and love is that it's comforting to the person who's at the end of their life. What I will say though is things that it is not. It is not delirium. It is not lack of oxygen. It is not because of medication. How do we know that? Because one, most people do not lack oxygen who are seeing these things. Most people are not on a bunch of medications, and delirium looks very different than visioning. So as an ICU nurse who has seen a lot of people who have low oxygen, who has seen a lot of people who are on a lot of medications or who have ICU psychosis or delirium, it looks much different than visioning. Visioning is something like the video you see. They look very clear, they don't seem confused, and many times they can actually talk about their experience of visioning, saying, I don't understand it either, but all I know is I see and talk to these dead loved ones who are coming to get me or see me and say, you know, it's okay, we'll come get you later, don't worry about it, we'll take care of everything. They give comforting messages. Now this next video can almost make the hair on your arm stand up because it is a little more what I would say like supernatural. What you'll see is a woman laying in bed, you'll hear her say, okay, and then you hear another voice. Now this video was captured on a camera that was like watching the person because I believe it was the daughter who was watching her mother, taking care of her mother, and at night she'd keep a camera on her just to make sure she was safe. And this is what the camera caught. Again, you'll see this woman reach up, say okay, and then you're going to hear like a whisper. So tell me what you guys think it is, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
Did you hear it? To me, it sounds like the voice says mama. And that is what the person who sent in the video said as well. I believe this woman, the woman who said okay in bed, had lost a child prior to this. And the other child of this woman said That is who I think my mother is talking to. My mother is reaching up to her other child who has already died, and then you hear the words mama in the video. Now, I don't know what that would be called. What I do think she was experiencing, at least from what I saw, was something we call the death reach. You can see her reaching up and kind of looking and talking to someone, saying okay. So that could be visioning. That could be something we call the death stare, where she's staring at something, the death reach, where she's reaching up. Those are all deathbed phenomena that happen. The voice that's captured in the video, we don't call that anything on hospice. I mean, who knows what it is? Again, like I said, to me, the point of the video is not to try to convince someone that this is real or not real. What I think is so lovely and encouraging is that unexplainable things do happen at the end of life. We don't know why they happen, right? And I'm not here to try to figure that part out. What I do like to talk about, though, is that they do happen. And those things, no matter why they're happening, are usually very comforting to the person dying and to the people around them. And I think that is a beautiful thing. The medical phenomena that happens at the end of life can't be explained. We do not have explanations for it, but we just know that it happens. So it's so important for me and other healthcare workers to educate the families and the people who are going to be on hospice or palliative care, that they know that these things happen. So when they do, they don't have to feel frightened or confused or think their loved ones are confused and need medicated. Just know that this is a part of the end of life process and is a comforting part of that process.